Okay, so we have a corrective kind of day today, and today's definitely a different approach than how I would usually do things. So right now, what I want to do is I want to work on stuff for split squats. So my two things that I've tried to work on for split squats is a Blokzyl ball or the bands, which I'll show you in a second. But really, what I've always tried to do was I would put my foot right up here, and there is regression to this as well. So I would step up here, and I'd kind of get my bearings here. And then once I found that right spot on here, I would start practicing some single leg squats. And if balancing right here is just enough for you, then stay there. That is totally fine. However, I would start to go down and practice my single leg squats here. And then I would do probably like 2 on this leg, and then we'll go 2 to the other. But really, the purpose here is to really just stabilize everything, the hip, the ankle, all that good stuff, because it'll carry over to the balance factor of the Bulgarian split squat, the hardest part. So here, if it goes too much to the right, I'll step my foot over a little bit. And again, if this is too much, then you can use like a balance pad, or you can just do flat ground. That's fine too. You can hold on to something. My right one is the one that's feeling a little better this morning. And just a subtle difference. I feel like my right leg is just a tad easier right now. It's usually my left. And then I'll take that and I'll pair it over here with a banded lateral walk. So what I want to do with the banded lateral walk is I put this around my ankles here, a little bit above my ankles. This brings attention to my feet. So with bringing attention to my feet, I want to make sure that they're pointed forward in front of me. And then I'm just gonna walk side to side. So when I set up, I drive my hips back a little bit and then take a step in. All the while just keeping tension on that band. I'll take probably 5 steps out and then 5 steps back. And then after those 5 steps are done, I'll go 4 and 4, 3 and 3, 2 and 2, 1 and 1. But feet are staying forward, my hips stay back, my knees are bent a little bit here. Working my way into my 4s. This is really gonna help stabilize that hip on the outside, work on a muscle known as the glute medius, which is, doesn't really get targeted a whole lot. So this is something that I use with clients a lot for sure, because I love this move. And plus it breaks us out of like the, sagittal plane where we're just going forward and backward a lot. It's gonna get us going left and right now. And we'll finish up with just 1 step and then 1 step right there. So my next one here, what I want to do is, for my ankle mobility personally, I like to get my knee over my toe as much as I can and do this ATG split squat. And like I said in a previous video, you guys have probably seen like Ben Patrick do these before. And he's got some great stuff, great content for sure. But I'm just trying to spend time in this really deep ankle flexion position, because that's where I struggle, or have struggled rather. But I did this, and this has helped me so much to get down deeper in squats, just to make my whole, below the knee complex feel so much less tight. And it's just a great move for sure. It does help too when you get like a band around your ankles and then open the ankle up first and then do this. But right now I feel a good stretch in the back of my leg here with the calf, my heels, all that good stuff. And like the more I do this, the less and less tight it feels. So that's great. I'll do like 10 on each leg here, just trying to think about going forward towards that window in front of me there. Not so much like a straight push down lunge, but trying to get my knee over my toe as much as I can. I think that's rep number 9. And then I'll do the other side, of course. So we're moving on to some upper body stuff now. And this one has been fantastic for me. So I do a little band series here. What I want to do is get to a point where you got some tension on the band, keep it apart the whole time. And then I like to go up and over the head, nice and slow, keep that band pulled apart, just like that. And then I'll do these maybe like 10 times. I don't want my shoulder to be like completely like on fire to where it hinders me from my next lift, but I definitely want it to feel like worked. And then after I do that, do a couple around the worlds here. And just trying to make sure that my elbow doesn't like bend too much. So, oh geez, that's kind of a strange movement pattern if you don't do it. Still feels like it's really important to get that kind of strange movement patterns out from time to time though. But I'll do a couple of those and then I will flip it behind me, go into internal rotation here with the shoulder, pull it apart, you get some shoulder extension right there. This has been fantastic for me for pressing, just lifting it up behind you, seeing how high you can get your shoulder. And again, right now I'll probably do like 5 each way. But this for pressing has been awesome. And then I'll do external rotation. This one's a lot harder. Well, not a lot harder, but if you do it with dumbbells on a bench, you'll find that it's a little harder. At least for me it is. But that's my little band series there. I'll do it maybe like once or twice. Nothing like too crazy. That was already my second time doing it, but yeah, definitely prepping for pressing is awesome for that. All right, so I haven't seen these D handles at Crunch in a while. So they have this long strap right here, and I feel like I haven't seen these lurking around in a minute. So I'm glad I found them because it works really good for these face pulls. So the face pulls here, I used to do this into a lot of my pressing, but I still do it from time to time. More or less, I do it a lot of I do it more for like lower trap, mid trap kind of stuff now. So what I want to do here is make sure it's on the right way. I want to pull back and then reach over my head here. So I want to start a little bit lighter. So I want to take my thumbs, rotate them back, open that shoulder up, and then press above me right there. And this always, for any cable machine, I put it like on next to nothing for weight. And I can feel my shoulder, my traps, my upper back definitely light up. And I just feel like it opens up my upper back a lot. So really the goal is to keep your elbows high and to get those thumbs turned behind you, trying to get your hands behind your elbows first. And then once you get that motion right there, open that band, pull it apart, thumbs behind the elbow. I like to be able to hold it and then try to press it behind me. So this also works good for like shoulder pressing too. But usually I'll do like maybe 10, 15-ish reps here. All right, one last thing I'll do to finish off my day here. I'll just do some dead arm hangs from the bar for grip strength, decompression mainly, but there's something just so like relaxing about a dead arm hang, like at the end of your workout. It feels so good, especially for the issue that I've talked about before. My mid back has like some more compression in the disc, so they're not necessarily straight on. They are a little bit like this, so I just want to open them up a little bit more. So yeah, but otherwise, came into today and I'm like, let's do 3 things for the lower body, 3 things for the upper body. No planned real sets or reps, just completely off feeling, because I want to make like the form come first on all these. I want to make each rep done with a purpose. So it's definitely a different approach than like my normal days. Not to say like my reps aren't done with purpose on normal days, but working on the smaller muscles, working on things that don't get hit throughout the week, and things that'll make you feel just good. Your shoulders, your hips, your ankles, knees, elbows, whatever it is. Working on that smaller stuff that doesn't really get looked at a whole lot, but I think it pays big to work on smaller stuff like this. And I've always been an advocate of it. So anyway, let's just jump up here and let's do some hanging. All right, that's about it for today. Yeah, I'm happy with everything. So first moves, not just for split squats, but I love split squats so much. So that's why I wanted to do the balance and the hip band lateral walks there. And knees over toes, ATG split squats, good for ankle mobility for me. And then the banded stuff with the shoulder, I just really like to get my shoulder out into that extension position because it just feels awesome. And my shoulders never felt better since I started doing a lot of that stuff. So that, and then face pulls have always been a good staple of mine. I definitely like that for a lot of those small upper back muscles. And then it just feels like it opens you up too. And then to finish with this dead arm hang feels great for decompression. So Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got for today, guys. Until next week, we'll see you then.